Hello and welcome everyone to LaLiga Zone. I'm Jimmy Conrad and I hope you and your loved ones are safe and healthy as we all work together to overcome this global adversity. Also, to put a smile on your face while your favorite league in the world is on hiatus, I've put together a great show for you today as we go over some of the best stories, matches, managers, and players from the first 2/3 of the season. So let's get to it. And now it's time for the best stories from the first 27 weeks of LaLiga Santander, presented by Sling TV. And first up is the amazing race for the title between Barcelona and Real Madrid, which actually took 8 weeks to materialize because Sevilla, Atletico Madrid, and Athletic all had their moment in the sun at the top of the table. But since then, it's been the two biggest clubs in the world duking it out for the league trophy once again. At one point it looked like Barca, who were the defending league champions, had an insurmountable lead. Then they dropped some points in a few games, which allowed Madrid to take over the top spot for 4 straight weeks. But then, Barcelona got the lead back, and then lost it again after losing to Madrid in El Clasico, and then regained the top spot when Madrid surprisingly lost the following week. So it has been a crazy season, and one I know that we all hope resumes very soon. But the top of the table isn't the only spot that's been highly competitive, because third place has also seen some significant action, as Sevilla, Atleti, Granada, Getafe, and Real Sociedad have all spent some time in this position. But with 11 games left to go, Sevilla have that third spot for now. However, there are 4 other clubs that are 5 points or less behind them, including Valencia, who have quietly put themselves in the conversation after a very slow start to their season. And speaking about clubs that have quietly put themselves in a position to do great things, that only happens when you have a tremendous manager, which is why I want to give some love to 3 managers who I think have been quietly superb this season, and they are Real Madrid's Zinedine Zidane, whose cool and calmness no matter what the situation definitely shows in his team. Then Getafe's Jose Bordalas, who gets his players to regularly overachieve and accomplish great things, and Real Sociedad's Imanol Alguacil, who has turned La Real into one of the most exciting teams to watch in all of Spain. But what I also like about these 3 managers is that they trust young players. And there have been a ton of youngsters who have emerged as potential superstars in La Liga this season. And I'm talking about Madrid's Fede Valverde, Getafe's Marc Cucurella, La Real's triple threat of Mikel Moreno, Martin Odegaard, and Mikel Oyarzabal, along with Barcelona's Ansu Fati, Atleti's Joao Felix, Valencia's Ferran Torres, Sevilla's Sergio Reguilon, and Mallorca's Take Kubo. The future of the league is very bright. Anyway, those were my top stories from the first 2/3 of the season of La Liga Santander. So once it starts up again, which you can catch on Sling TV because Sling TV is the official partner of La Liga in North America, you'll be all caught up. And now is a special look back on everything that has transpired so far. I'm going to name my top 3 matches from this La Liga Santander season. And at number 3, it's the first match of the whole year when Athletic hosted the defending league champions Barcelona, and their club legend Aritz Aduriz came on as a sub in the 88th minute with the game tied 0-0, and he scored this ridiculous goal 1 minute later to give Athletic the 1-0 win and 3 huge points to start the season off with a bang. And then coming in at number 2, it's Real Madrid's 5-0 win over Leganés, because for me, it was the first time all season where I had seen Madrid play and I thought, wow, when they turn it on, they are unstoppable. Karim Benzema was scoring and providing some great assists. New summer signing Eden Hazard put together a man-of-the-match performance, while another summer signing Luka Jovic scored his first ever goal for the club too, and then Thibaut Courtois got the clean sheet. I mean, it was just a terrific performance in every single way. And finally at number 1, it was Atletico Madrid hosting Barcelona. This game did not disappoint. There was a ton of action on both sides. Both world-class goalkeepers Marc ter Stegen and Jan Oblak were making world-class saves, and posts and crossbars were being hit on both goals, but in the end, Leo Messi settled it with a goal that only Leo Messi can score because he makes it look so easy, which helped Barcelona get all 3 points in their 1-0 win, which, as it's turned out, is Atleti's only loss at home this season. Now, because I'm here in North America, I thought it'd be fitting to recognize my top 3 players in La Liga Santander that are from the Americas, North, Central, and South. But I'm not going to say the obvious ones like Leo Messi, Casemiro, Luis Suarez, or Marcelo, because you already know these guys. So I'm going to go with some players that you may not have heard of before, but who are having tremendous seasons in Spain. And at number 3, it's the 22-year-old Venezuelan Yangel Herrera, who, even though he plays as a holding midfielder, he has been the best player for Granada through their first 27 games of the season, even chipping in with 2 big goals. So keep your eye on him because he has a big future ahead of him. And at number 2, it's the 23-year-old Uruguayan Maxi Gomes, who after scoring 30 goals in 2 seasons for Celta, made the move over to Valencia this past summer, and he now leads the club in goals with 9. so you should expect to hear his name a lot in the upcoming seasons. And finally at number 1, it's Jimmy Avila, because the 26-year-old Argentinian striker and his 9 goals have been the biggest reason why the recently promoted Osasuna are in 11th and will most likely not get relegated this season. And I say this because 2 of his goals earned his club very valuable draws, and another 2, both scored after the 75th minute, earned his club even more valuable wins. And that's 8 points that he's won for his team by himself, which if they didn't have those 8 points, they would be in the relegation zone, which proves his worth. Oh yeah, it's back. It's Jimmy's Translations, which I love doing because this is my big chance to teach you something new. And this week's word is Bicicleta, which directly translates into bicycle in English. But when it's applied to what's happening on the field, it means a step over with the ball, which, in my humble opinion, is one of the best ways to break down an opponent one-on-one because when it is done correctly, it is poetry in motion, almost like a dance, as the attacking player glides past the defenders. Look at these guys. Just beautiful. Anyway, the next time you see this on the field, just remember in Spain, it's called a bicicleta. All right, everyone, we have come to the end of LaLiga Zone for this week, so thank you for watching as always. And please be safe and smart out there as we patiently wait for La Liga to return. I'll see you next week. Un abrazo.